second grade. This is Unit 6 of Letterland. We're going to be doing some review, first of all, and then we'll go into our new Letterland concept. So to review, first of all, today, we have what happens when Mr. U is with Magic E. So here we have Mr. U and Magic E. Mr. U and Magic E. They're together with just a consonant in between. So normally Mr. U would say, uppy umbrella, but when he's with Magic E, Mr. U says his name. He says you, or sometimes he says, it sounds like ooh. So let's read this word together. Flute. Do you hear it? Can you blend it? Flute. 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 Right? So he doesn't say The bossy E bossed him around and changed his sound. Now we have the word use. Use. Now remember, if we had this word, uppy umbrella would say and it would say us. But when we add that U, he bosses that U around and makes it say use. Use. So this one says us and this one says use. Let's figure out what comes next in just a second. We're also going to review the change in the soft sound of G when G is followed by E. So G is usually Golden Girl that says g, g, but sometimes G says j, j when she's being gentle gymnast. So Golden Girl approached Mr. E and said, hey, Mr. E, I want to give gentle gymnast a chance sometimes. So when you pair up next to gentle gymnast is going to get to come out. So this G is now going to say j, j. It's a little tricky. It sounds like a J, right? But it is a G-E sound that says j. So let's look at this word right here. Now we also have E is also bossing around this A and making A say its name. So we have stage. Can you blend that one? Stage. 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 Good job. All right, now let's try this one. Remember, the E is here, so that means we have gentle gymnast here. And we also have the E bossing this U around and making the U say his name. So we have huge, huge, huge. Good job. So we have that bossy E bossing around the G and changing it to j, j, as well as bossing around that vowel. Now we're going to see something else that happens too. So now we're going to learn our new skill for the week. Now that you remember and you're already an expert on what we talked about before, now we're going to throw something new into the mix. Dippy Duck likes to silently squeeze in sometimes and watch the gymnastics. Because remember, when G is with E, it turns into the gymnastics G, the j, j, j. Sometimes this silent D sneaks in and it does two things. Number one, it's silent, so it doesn't affect the j, but it also protects the vowel next to it. And that way the vowel doesn't have to say its name. So now we have the adj, right? The D doesn't speak, it's silent, but it's protecting the A so that the A says ah. So we have badge. Badge, like a police officer wears a badge. Good job. All right, now what about this one? Let's really look at it. Before we just dive in to start to read it, let's really look at it. We have our silent D. We have our G and E together, which means that they say j. And then we have our U that's going to be an uppy umbrella because the D is protecting it. Let's put it all together with all that knowledge. Are you ready? Fudge. Fudge, like chocolate fudge. Let's try another one over here. We have our D, we have our G-E, and our D protects our O. So our O will say aw, dodge, dodge, dodge. Good job, that word says dodge. So we have badge, fudge, and dodge. And that's because Gentle Ginger likes to watch the gymnastics trials close up. She's also protecting the vowel behind her and making sure that the vowel is safe. So those are our Letterland lessons for today. Remember, if I have just GE, my vowel is going to say its name. Huge, huge. But if I have DGE, that D is protecting that vowel, and then the vowel says badge. So those are our big lessons for today for this week's words. Good job, second grade. You did awesome.